Welcome to the Somerset Business Success Strategies video blog. The inspiration for today's posting came from Tony Dungy's book, Quiet Strength. That's a terrific business book. He really talks about his role as the head coach as really being the CEO of the team. It was a concept that he learned from Chuck Noll and the way that Chuck Noll ran the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise when Tony played there and when they had all of their success back in the 70s. Another thing that he picked up from Chuck Noll is a formula for success that he then has used all throughout his career. And that formula is as follows. Number one, be in the top 5 in the NFL in giveaway-takeaway ratio. Number 2, be in the top 5 in the NFL for the fewest penalties. The next one is to be in the top 5 in the NFL in special teams play. And then 2 more. One is he wanted to have a team that was capable of making big plays. And then secondly, he wanted to have a team that would be capable of preventing their opponents from making big plays. So really, the more I thought about that as I read his book and reflected on those comments, is that I really became amazed that you could have one formula for success that would work for 3 different coaches in 3 very different and distinct eras of professional football. And the more I thought about it, the more it kind of haunted me that maybe it would be possible to come up with a formula like that for organizations, and that maybe you could come up with a formula that would really come up with this short list of drivers that would produce success in any organization, in any decade, in any century. And could you really find a fundamental formula for success that would work like that? So the more I thought about it, and the more I pondered the question, I really felt like that yes, you could, because really business hasn't really changed that much from the very beginning of commerce. The methods, the channels, there's a lot of things that have changed, but the core fundamental aspects of business haven't changed and won't change. So based on that, I came up with a formula that I would like to share with you. And then really I think in order to make it work for you, I use the generic term customer. But to make it work for you, you may need to insert an appropriate term for your unique facts and circumstances, such as client or patient or member. And it will depend on whether you're a for-profit, a non-profit, whether or not you are a professional service organization, or whether you're in the medical field, that kind of thing. So let's kind of run through the formula that I've come up with. Tony's said, I want to be in the top 5 in the NFL in giveaway-takeaway ratio. Well, to me, that really means don't lose good customers, earn new ones instead. The football really represents the customer in our vernacular. So you want to keep that customer, you don't want to fumble it, and you want to be taking away customers from your competitors. So that's fundamental formula number 1. Don't lose good customers, earn new ones. Secondly, when Tony talks about fewest penalties, really that's a lot about the posting that I had on Monday about flawless execution. What you don't want to do is shoot yourself in the foot. It's bad enough that you've always got to be on the defensive for everything that your competitors are doing and everything that's happening from a regulatory standpoint in the marketplace and global economic conditions and all the things that we have to watch in business. So the last thing that you want to do is make it more complicated by penalizing yourself, shooting yourself in the foot. So you've got to have flawless execution. You've got to really take care of the X's and O's in business. Tony wanted to be in the top 5 in special teams. Well, this kind of relates to a lot of what I've talked about on my blog, my written blog at somersetcpas.com, and that is this whole idea of these critical non-essentials, these intangibles, these things that managing the customer experience, everything that happens kind of on the fringes of your business, fighting perceived indifference, and really creating a special and unique experience for your customers. So the special teams is all about the intangibles. Making big plays, what does that really mean? Well, to me, making big plays is all about, and I'm going to mix sports metaphors here, so you'll have to forgive me, but it's all about concentrating on hitting singles so that you can get a grand slam. So in other words, if you hit a home run in baseball, you can either score 1 run or 4 runs. It's a big play, but it's either a big play or it's a huge play. And rather than swinging for the fences, it's better to just consistently get on base, get some walks, get some singles, steal some bases, move people around, do some basic fundamental things, because the home runs will take care of themselves. Every now and then you have a great at-bat and you have that great swing, and you will absolutely hit home runs, but you're not going to be able to force it, and you're not going to be able to predict it. So the best thing you can do is do the things you can do. Another concept from Tony Dungy's book is, doing the ordinary better than anybody else. So if you do the ordinary better, then the grand slams will take care of themselves. And it does work in football as well. If you have a good running game and a good short passing game where you can consistently gain 3, 4, 5 yards, that's what really sets up the big play. So it's doing the ordinary better than anybody else that sets up the big play, and that's what you've got to do in business. Lastly, not giving up big plays. That really has to do with playing great defense. What's defense? Well, it's customer service. Our A and B customers are everybody else's A and B prospects, and we can never forget that. We've got to play fundamentally a sound, solid, consistent, and predictable defense by having extraordinary customer service so that we take care of our business. So that is my formula for success, and I would love to hear your comments and what your formula for success is, because the bottom line is, it doesn't matter whether you use Tony's formula or my formula, but have a formula for your championship season. Thank you.